Just a quick video to show you where the glow plug relay is on a e87 n47 engine, the 118D. It's just down there. I'll just get a torch. You'll see it's that box there, that little module here. Looks like there's a 10mm holding it on, top and bottom, 2 electrical connectors. What I've done is I've lifted up the coolant tank, 2 bolts there, and it just pulls off that grommet. Lift that out of the way. You can remove the hose that normally go, you know, from here to down to the intercooler. That one there. And there's a case of this plug off here, there, which just pulls out, and then this one you squeeze the 2 tabs and it pulls out, and then there's a 10mm plug below, which is a bit difficult to get to. So the hose is held on by these clips here. If you pull this back with a screwdriver, that opens up these 2 triangular bits and allows it to pull out. That's all you've got to do on the top and bottom. Right, so I've got the old one off. This is the old one. It's faulty. You've got 10mm nut, top and bottom. You can't quite get a ratchet span on it because it's too far over here because of the body. So yeah, I used a little stubby 1/4 inch ratchet because it's nice and small, fits on the nut without interfering with the sensor itself. So yeah, it's a bit tricky, but you can get to it. Just have to take your time. Right, so I've got these codes on a BMW 1 Series 118D. I went to change the glow plugs, all 4 of them, thought I'd just do the lot. You don't have to take the inlet manifold off really, you just loosen off the wiring loom above it, undoing a few connectors and stuff, and you can just about get to them. It's a bit of a pain in the arse trying to get the plugs off them, but you know, the electrical connectors off them, but once you do, you can just about get in there with some extensions and whatnot. Mine, 3 out of 4 of them were actually cross-threaded in from before, so I had to really take my time going backwards and forwards and using a bit of penetrating fluid, plus gas is what I used, and really took my time, made sure the engine was warm before I started, obviously. But I did eventually get them out, but it was a bit scary that they were going to snap, so just take your time. But then I still got the codes up, and it turned out to be the module itself. So I've done a little bit of a guide on that because I couldn't really see one about that. Could have done one about the glow plugs, but I just wanted to get it done, to be fair. Also, if you see, the DPF filter system's got a couple of codes there as well. That's because it's all related. The DPF won't do a regeneration, and it will start sitting up and getting blocked up if your glow plugs aren't working. So if anyone tells you that glow plugs, you know, don't need doing on modern cars, it is actually quite important, otherwise you're going to end up causing yourself more of a cost and a bit more damage really. What I'm going to try and do with this as well is, this is the old one, I'll see if I can repair it and show you that. So what I'm going to be using is this 35 quid jobby I got off eBay, Sabre Cut Extreme Dremel. Comes with a little grinding disc, which is what I'm going to use to go across here, up there, which I'll show you in a minute, and comes with all these different accessories. So I might do a little review on that at the same time, because I got this for taking off lock nuts, the collars off the lock and wheel nuts when we do removals at work. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to start cutting this away and I'll get back to you. You don't cut through that really well, so cut a square around it. Like that. Just lift it off. And exposes that, so it's got some silicone in there. And try and clean it up and see if we can have a close look at these wires up there, that because they're apparently the things that fail. Well, I've had a good look around. Every single one of these, I've got this behind it. Give it a good tug. Every bit of these pins. There's no breaks. It's quite hard to see on camera. All you can see is a mess of goo. It's quite, yeah, it's a lot clearer without the camera. But yeah, you've got these wires. You've got 2 on each one, so I imagine these go to each glow plug. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. You know. But none of them have got any breaks. They're all solid, they're all still soldered in. So I might be unfortunate. You might be a bit more fortunate and see a break and then you can fix it. But I don't think I would have been able to fix this myself. But you might be a bit luckier. It's worth giving it a go before you replace it if you've got time. I just replaced it because I wanted to go on holiday. And make sure it was all done before I went away. So I had a good clear out on the DPF. And there was no fault codes. But if you got the time and you're a bit more lucky, you might find a break. You can probably sort it out yourself. And then obviously it's just a case of putting some sealant back in there and resealing this. But yeah, gave it a shot, but I couldn't really give you anything to help really.